Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel. We are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena, and today we are playing a deck that quite a few others have played in the past. Originally, I believe, created by Ali Trazi or Eldrazi, depending on if you follow him in real life or on Arena or Twitch. But we are going to be playing this Chromatic Black deck. But before we get into that, as always, I do want to cover a few things and make a couple of quick announcements. So today is the first day that we finally have the Patreon up, and obviously it's not required at all. It's just there because, again, we're trying to grow the channel. It'd be amazing if you wanted to check it out. There are some cool features there as well. And also, we finally have the Discord channel up. So there's going to be links down below in the description to both the Discord and the Patreon. So again, please check those out. Well, as please hitting that subscribe button. If you enjoy the channel and the videos, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment below and please hit that bell. So with that being said, let's hop into Chromatic Black. So this deck is called Chromatic Black because of the fact that it is a mono black deck, but it also plays Chromatic Lantern. So Chromatic Lantern is this card that's highlighted over here on the left. This the 3-mana artifact that taps for any color mana, but it also gives all of our lands the ability to tap to add any color of mana. So this is good because we are going to utilize cards that involve all 5 colors that are in our sideboard, and we also are going to highlight Golos. So since I have Golos here, let's just go over the creatures in the deck first, just so you can see how they are. So Golos is a 5-mana, 3/5 artifact creature. When he comes into play, we actually get to search our library for any land, put it in the battlefield tapped. So that's really cool that he's a land search. This guy's been abused ever since he's been printed in M20. Kind of happy to be seeing him rotate out, here in the next few months. But again, we're focused more on the ability of his 5-color ability. So for 7 mana, 2 generic, and 5, 1 of each color, we get to exile the top 3 cards of our library, and we can cast them this turn without paying their mana cost. So again, Chromatic Lantern is going to give our lands the ability to tap for any color, and we're going to utilize that with him. We're going to try to hit some just big cards to go let us search, and we'll see what we can do with it. Now, one of our other really cool creatures in this deck is Dread Presence. This is a 4-mana 3/3, and he has an ability that whenever a swamp enters the battlefield under your control, we get to choose one of these. We either get to draw a card and lose a life, or deal 2 damage and gain 2 life. So this is good because we are playing a ton of swamps. So we're going to be searching our land out with Golos. If we have multiples of these out in play, we can deal 2, 4, 6, 8 damage, just depending on what we have in play, or we can draw a bunch of cards. So this does give us a advantage in regards to card draw, as well as we can control the board and we can just kill our opponents. It's really, really cool. Murderous Rider, this is just mainly for removal. Obviously his adventure side is called Swift End, so it's a 3-mana instant that lets us destroy a creature or a planeswalker. We lose 2 life, not a big deal. We do need some form of planeswalker control in our deck. I believe this is the best form because we also can cast him as a 3-mana 2/3 lifelinker. So those are our creatures. Let's go over our cards that are actually going to give us a little bit of card advantage and searching. First off, we have Treasure Map. This lets us scry every turn, and once it's got 3 basically scry counters on it, we get to transform it into a land that lets us sacrifice treasures to draw cards. And it's also going to create 3 treasures when we do that. So this is just going to let us filter through our deck and then eventually start rewarding us for doing that. We have 2 copies of Phyrexian Arena. Again, this used to be a staple way back in the day when it was first printed. Again, it's a staple in Mono Black Devotion. This card is just at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card, lose a life. So this is just a card advantage engine. It's going to help us refill our hand, draw more cards, let us get to our finishers early on. And the big one here is Mastermind's Acquisition. This is a 4-mana tutor. We can search through our deck and get a card, or we can search through our sideboard and get a card. We'll get to the sideboard here in a little bit, but again, this is really what our deck is trying to do. We're just trying to abuse basically different 5-color cards that are in our sideboard. And then the rest of the deck is really just rounded out with removal. So we have 3 Disfigures, -2/-2 instant. We have Heartless Axe because we do need spot removal on creatures that don't have counters on them. So that's what we can do there. We have Cry of the Carnarium for a -2/-2 on all creatures. This is good against aggro decks, decks that try to go wide and stay low to the ground. We have an Eat to Extinction. Again, this is for a way to kill one creature or a Planeswalker. Again, Planeswalker really being, I feel like, the main thing we want to highlight there. But then again, we get to look at the top card of our library and then put that card into our graveyard. So this is going to, again, let us filter kind of like the treasure map does, but it's just a one-of. We also have Extinction Event. Again, it's a mass removal spell. It can hit odds or evens, and can be good if our opponent is just trying to do one thing, like a Garuda deck, like we saw in our video yesterday. Tendrils of Corruption deals X damage equal to the number of swamps to a creature. So this is going to give us a really nice big spot removal later on in the game, as well as gain us some of that life back. So kind of put us back up so we don't have to work. And wrapped up with Ritualist again. Destroy all creatures with converted mana across 3 or less. So that is what it is. So this deck is actually supposed to be 61 cards with 25 land. I think while I was clicking around, I removed a swamp. So this should actually be 19 swamps. Let me actually fix that. So 19 swamps there. If you want to drop 60, I would just take a Disfigure out. But yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. And then in our sideboard, it's really just a bunch of cards that can be any color, anything we could search for. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to really cover what each one of these do, but we do have Finale Revelation, Banefire, Ulamog, Zakama, Inspired Ultimatum, Ruinous Ultimatum, Immortal Sun, Thousand Year Storm, Thought Distortion, Mirari Conjecture, Cleansing Nova, Kaya's Wrath, Escape Shift, Ixalan Binding, and Grafton's Cage. So again, the list is down below, and we're going to hop into the gameplay again. Get ready for the wrap up at the end where we do talk about what we like about the deck, what we didn't like about the deck, any kind of changes we might make. And again, really excited to play this deck. It's just been a long time coming. I've really wanted to play it, just haven't gotten it. All right, let's hop into the gameplay, and we will see you guys soon. All right, so Chromatic Black. This is a deck that I've always really wanted to play, never really got a chance. So I figure now's about the time to do this. So we have no swamps, but we are about to keep. Still have no swamps. So I wonder if he's playing Elemental based Yorion or just Azorius. Oh, Esper Yorion, okay. Okay then. I bet we see a Teferi here. Yorion always has turn 3 Teferi. Oh, okay. Right then. Well, let's definitely go get a swamp. We are a land away from activating Golos, so we are this one land away from activating, and we will. We're going to activate the hell out of Golos. What are you going to get? Karn, huh? Yeah, you have done it. Alright, well, 3 cards that we don't really want to play. Only for what, 2? Alright. was a pretty disappointing hit. But alright, well, we can't tap Chromatic Lantern anymore, which is unfortunate, but we can attack Karn. Make it a good one. Can't actually activate Golos anymore either. So I don't think we're going to play the Dread Presence. I don't want to prompt him to Wrath, just, you know, the board away. And he concedes because he can't interact with the Chromatic Lantern / Golos next turn, so awesome. One down, one to go. Or more than one to go. I don't even know why I said that. Well, on to game 2. Just want to remind everybody, like always, stay hydrated. Remember, water is honestly the best and purest thing you could be putting in your body, so you never have too much of it. Well, you can have too much of it, but obviously there's limits to everything. We're going to keep this. Still think it's ideal to have Chromatic Lantern in our opener, but treasure map into arena is pretty good. Playing against Toast. Alright, what are these sleeves? Oh, that's cool. Is that Bolas' Citadel? So, is he mono green elves? No, he is Gruul. Is grueling all over the place. That just didn't sound right. Let's step back. This is not that kind of channel. Alright, what are you doing over there? Tendrils? I like tendrils. Do we play this? What could potentially go wrong here? Well, let's find out. Got about 73 of these in our hand, so... Oh, well, you're playing Winota. Well, if I block here, that ends the reign of Winota. I think I'm actually just going to... And I know I could have played another Dread Presence, but I don't want to. I'm just gonna... Is it... You control. So... No attacks. So I can't believe somebody's still playing Winota. This is tough. This is tough. So I can kill Winota. He gets in, hits me for 8. I go down to 1. Oh man, this is tough. Alright, let me go ahead and scry now, figure out what we're doing. That's a pretty good hit, actually. But I think I would just rather... So now we're definitely going to play Dread Presence. Alright, well... Really wish we would have hit a swamp there. That's definitely unfortunate. I was really counting on hitting a swamp there. Can't really do that. We have to do this. Could Pilgrim into a swamp to kill the war boss, chump block his Marauder. Next turn. Yeah, I like this play. I like this play. All right, so we're gonna probably stop on our upkeep. That's fine. So this doesn't have trample. That has trample though. As much as I want this, I really just want to hit a swamp. So we are going to have... I think we're going to have enough mana. I'm not going to scry. Okay. Five. Oh, perfect. We had exactly enough mana. That worked out perfectly. Yeah, I think we can afford to keep another one of those. Okay. He's going to be surprisingly disappointed here. So all creatures. All right, well. And I really don't think we do anything here. I still think we're kind of in a fragile state and he can just kind of get there. Right. What do you hit? Yeah, I think this one's in the books now. I fully expected to we're just gonna seal this game up, right? And be done. That's a pretty good dispatching of Winota. Again, that deck, it's still really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, but not having Agent of Treachery is still really detrimental to the deck, as well as, I mean, you kind of have to replace it with probably like Hostage Taker, which is not as good. And you do have to just get lucky sometimes. So. Alright, so on to the next game. Man, that was a really good game. I was fairly positive that Winota was gonna get us, but Singularity 48. Alright, so we're going first. We can treasure map into land for tendrils, into Golos. This is like a borderline. This is like probably right at the cusp of not being able to keep. Oh, especially when you draw the third Golos. So we're definitely going to scry during our upkeep. And see what kind of shenanigans this person's playing. Have a Golos. He's probably thinking, oh, well, that's a... You still take a Golos here. Like, Golos is far superior to the other cards. We're gonna keep on scrying. Yeah, we'll keep that. Five mana. Nissa? Oh, no. Thought Erasure? Alright. Goodbye, Golos. You've been a good friend to me. So has your brother. It's fine. Yep. Oh, deal damage. Oh, I'll take that. Good. There's a good pickup of cards there. There's just a good sequence. I mean, that Obliterator is just a hard block right in the middle of the road for us. Well. Oh. Thanks, buddy. We're gonna, I guess, not do anything about Teferi. Alright, well, we'll take 3. So what do we get here? Six. Well, I'm gonna make it look like we went and got this, right? And we will put that in the graveyard. So the good news is that's the good news. I'm sure he has some bad news for us. Yep. I mean, the good thing is we're let's see. So what are we doing? We're gonna draw it next turn. Oh, well, you're a jerk face. Let's add 7. Let's get rid of this. And let us... I guess we draw a card, right? Good news is we're casting Ulamog and we're going to be exiling 2 cards regardless of what happens. So, that's the good news. Bad news is maybe he ropes us? Nope. Didn't rope. It's good news. He's just desperately searching for an Ulamog. Or not an Ulamog, but an answer for our Ulamog. You about to... That and that. These make white, so... And he knows we have a Tendrils, so Tendrils kills an Uro that comes down. So it can't chump block. We focus on the white mana just in case he's playing Elspeth Conquers Death. Because, I mean, he is playing double white and Shatter the Sky. That's fine. Oh, I'd love for you to bounce this Ulamog. So the question is... Do we? I think we do. Perfect draw. Perfect draw. Good game. Then we swing in for 10, and then we Tendrils our guy, so we gained a little bit of life back. So awesome. All right, so 2 really good games so far, and then one kind of an early scoop. But I mean, that's what happens when you do play in the events. So this is the historic event. This is keepable. We have a 2-drop into removal into our 4-drop. Oh, he got the trophy. Nice. That one. All right, so I'm going to be pretty sure that our opponent's probably going to play Teferi here. Bounce our treasure map. Oh no. I don't think we actually need that. We have another one. We're going to play this one out first. And I think we're going to scry. Yeah, I think we're going to upkeep scry. Try to hit some swamps so we can actually get ahead of him card advantage wise. Oh, that's pretty good too. Really just want swamps right now though. Yep, because that's a swamp. I don't even know if we attack. Hope it doesn't get seal awayed. Okay, it doesn't. So that's good. So if he ghost quarters us, so we can go get a swamp, that would be pretty good. Jinx, come on. My cat is chasing some kind of little bug that got into the house. Earth, okay. We are going to take 5 here in order to draw a card. Guess we're going to do it now. Hey, guess who shouldn't be under there? That's you.
I won't forget our time together.
Right, well. So can I turn on full control now? And no. Okay. Well, how much does this make for? So, and so we can actually go get Ulamog. I think Ulamog's the best hit here. They picked up Ashiok. Luckily, we hit a Masterminds before then. That's fine. Swamp, swamp, land. Okay. Good deal. I don't think we can. Oh, it's because it's controlled by them. That's got 4 on it. I think we draw. So we can still cast it. Yeah, we're just going to keep drawing. And I think we're just going to hit 2 of their blue-white lands. I'm really okay with this. And there is no point in attacking. We've already played a land. So we are going to attack next turn, but only with the Ulamog, and it doesn't matter. But yeah, that was pretty good. We did not even need our Cabal land in order to make all the manas. And it's pretty crazy with this deck so far. Even though we have utilized Ulamog, I think Ulamog is the best card out of the sideboard. We don't really need to hit anything else. We don't need to really go after the 5-color spells unless it's just like we're so far behind. Yori. I think we can keep this. Really have to hope we hit a land on this next draw. On this very first draw, I would love to see a land. Perfect. So even if he thought erasures us, which he will, so I think we're actually gonna get out with this. Drawing cards against the Yorion deck, I feel like is a lot more important. So we are going to scry. We're going to try to make sure we hit a land so we can Chromatic Lantern next turn. I really want that too. That's not something we can afford right now. We need to make sure, stick to our plan, hit a land. Kind of punished. We could do it again. We can do it again next turn. Now we are wanting to hit a Mastermind's acquisition. Alright, so he's ramping up to try to hit Yorion. Probably next turn. Land is good. But I think we're to the point now. Well, definitely punish that time. So if he plays Yorion, we are just going to kill it. And, you know, I didn't even realize he actually paid the mana to put Yorion into his hand. That's pretty good. Probably puts the arena. No, okay.
Let's skip to the good part.
Dread Presence. I don't think we want that either. So we're just gonna take draw. And get super punished. What is the deal? Kind of ridiculous, right? Alright, so I think we have to do this. We have to just get another swamp. So, again, we will sack our treasures to kill Yorion if he plays Yorion. I mean, Yorion's still a really powerful play here. Put a 4/5 into play, draw a card, scry 2, deal 3 damage, gain 3 life. There's nothing to shy at. Eyes Wrath. A Murderous Rider. I think we keep Murderous Rider. right, well, we're slowly going to work our way into lands here. Shark Typhoon. Well, I think Golos is definitely one way that we're going to do what we're trying to do. Really would have loved to land there. So if we get a... Okay, so I think we have to get a swamp. So this taps for 5. So untap. We can just activate Golos. Sack all of our treasures. And seriously whiff. Because why not? Because why not whiff? The good thing is, though, Sharknado or Shark Typhoon is not really a threat to us because of the Ritual of Soot that we have. Alright, so there goes Golos. There goes our friend. Oh, if you just take Chromatic Lantern, that's not correct. I don't want Dread Presence. This nets us a little bit extra mana. I definitely want that. Love a swamp here. Love a swamp. Not a swamp. Do you have a counter for this? It looks like you do not. Okay, just running out of Yorion with nothing on the board. That's a power move, right? And we can draw a bunch of cards. We draw one card. Yep, there we go. Good game. Whew, that was a good game. Well, we got to cast the Mardu Ultimatum. That was pretty cool. We got rid of an Elspeth Conquer's Death, which would have brought back a Teferi. Got rid of a Shark Typhoon, a Shark Token, Oath of Kaya. And he had to sack to scry away his other card, or his Omen of the Sea. Do we keep this? So if we draw a land, turn 3, 4, 5. He's playing an aggro deck. This Disfigure will probably come into play. Elf. We'd love to see an elf and draw a land. Or a Pel Collector, that's fine. Did not draw a land. It's unfortunate. So we're going to do this in response to whatever he plays. Yeah, let's just go and do this now. Oh, man. Here we go. There we go. It's not a swamp, but it's a land, and it's an untapped land. So we might be getting Ritual of Soot here, to be 100% honest with you. As much as I don't want to get Ritual of Soot, I don't want him to draw a mountain and then actually fight our guy with Domries. That's a pretty good card. Oh, Questing Beast is a good Magic card, guys. If you were not aware, Questing Beast is a good Magic card. So luckily for us, we can undo what he just did. And scoops magoops. All right. All right, well, that was pretty fun. All right, one more game here. Then I'm gonna film the wrap up, make some lunch. BTR. That very menacing Nicol Bolas avatar. All right, well. Tendrils, Dread Presence. We have 12 mana worth of cards. Can't play any of them until turn 4. YOLO. What all the kids are saying nowadays, right? Alright, oh, look at that. Now we have 16 mana worth of spells. I'll be playing against, oh no, 20 mana worth of spells. This is great. Teferi. Is it Teferi? Legion War Boss. It do. So this is still probably a Winota deck, right? Can't do anything. Oh, look at you. All right. Well, we are going to just go ahead and deal 3 damage to you. So right now, that actually leaves all odd numbered creatures on the board. Winota is an odd numbered creature. Okay. Really, this is a really weird deck that he's playing. I feel like we don't necessarily want to use our mass removal right there. If he wants to keep just 1-for-1ing us, I don't think we mind that, right? Okay. This is an interesting deck. This has to be a Winota deck, and he just hasn't drawn it yet, right? Has to be. I'm gonna see what happens to it. You can't Agent of Treachery it. Okay, well, you can definitely do that, though. And he doesn't have a graveyard, so... Not having a graveyard there is good. What do we get here? We just get a land? That can't be right. Can it? Yeah, I don't think getting a land there is right. If we get a Chromatic Lantern, we'd have to spend our whole turn playing that, and then we don't have anything on the board to show for it, so I'd rather get a Golos, play that, get a land out of it, and then have him deal with it. Oh, we drew a Chromatic Lantern anyway. So, at least with this, he has to have another removal spell to deal with it. And I'm sure he does. Okay. And I think... really want to know what we're dealing with, right? Okay, well, his creatures don't have haste. We're gonna find out what you're doing. Good hit. That was a good draw. We're just looking for action. It's not really, we have an extinction event in our hands, so it's not really action. I mean, this guy's deck is definitely doing things. Uh-oh, he's going infinite. That's not action either. So I think we're actually going to take a little bit of damage. And I don't want that either. really just want to close the game out. This is even, right? 2, 4, 6. Okay. And I do know that we can, well, it changes everything, right? We're here to play the land. All right, what are we getting? Do we have enough to kill him? I think we do. X is 15. Good game. Good game. And there we have it. Sweet. This deck is fun. Hey everybody, welcome back to the wrap up, and we had a lot of fun playing this deck. We went 7-0. Again, so we didn't actually just play the unranked queue. We didn't play the ranked queue either, but we did just play the FNM event. So the FNM event is historic. So I felt like there were just more people in there. We were going to get a better variety of decks because some people go in there and just play to play, so they can give the screenshots to their stores, and the stores will give them promo codes for cosmetics. So that's why we played there, and I'm glad we did. We actually saw a pretty wide range variety of decks, and really had some really good games. So again, 7-0. So yeah, so what did I like about this deck? I really like the deck's versatility. I felt like we were able to pretty much take care of any kind of threat that was presented to us. I felt like that, mainly I feel like the weakness, at least not necessarily weakness, but what we didn't get to utilize a lot was the sideboard of our deck. Because again, there's so many different cards for so many different situations. We don't necessarily get to see what that is. Like one of them being Scape Shift is we could have, like 2 or 3 Dread Presences in play. We could go search for a Scape Shift. We could cast Scape Shift, sack all of our lands, go get a whole bunch of swamps and deal like 1 million damage to our opponent. That's just like a combo thing that we could do. We didn't get to explore like Rari's Conjector or Thousand Year Storm, Immortal Sun, just stuff like that. So I can't really speak on the sideboard. I do know though that I was impressed with Ulamog coming out of the sideboard, Banefire as well, Inspired Ultimatum. Those are the main cards that I think we hit on most of the time. Thought Distortion as well, if I didn't mention that one. But yeah, now cards that I felt like just didn't really do a lot. Disfigure didn't do a lot. We just didn't really draw it when we played those creature-based decks. We did kill maybe a couple creatures with it, but just nothing worth writing home about. Same with Cry the Carnarium. It doesn't need to be in the deck most of the time, but I feel like it really does, because those times that you do run into a deck, like a Winota deck where they are trying to throw a whole bunch of tiny creatures at you and then drop Winota and attack, you're gonna want to have you're gonna be sitting there thinking, oh, I really wish I could have cast Cry the Carnarium the turn before and wipe those out. The same with like the Knights deck, stuff like that. So I I feel like you do need to play a couple of them. The Tendrils. The Tendrils of Corruption, that's one of the cards I think was kind of weaker. But, you know, I don't know what I would replace with that as of right now. You could just drop two Tendrils and add one Ulamog to the deck, and that would make it a 60-card deck. And you could just run with that. Or you could cut some maybe one Disfigure and one Tendril, drop in an Ulamog. But I think I'm going to leave the deck as it is. So let me know what you guys think about Chromatic Black. Again, I know everybody has played this deck. I know it's a very popular deck, but I just wanted to give it a shot since we actually never got around to playing this before. I've actually never played any games with it until we played our games that we recorded. It's super fun. And because I did just craft the Cabal Stronghold today. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Please hit the subscribe button. Please like the video. Please do all of those things. And again, check out the Discord link and the Patreon link down below. Again, that's new to me. Would like to connect with you guys, talk to you guys in the Discord. So, all right. It is Friday, so you guys enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend. We will see you guys next time.